Interpreter is Esther Kendi. Now, these are some of the stories that are making headlines in the country, and we started off with MPs seeking to entrench Kenya Kwanza Azimio talks in law. Now, a motion for the establishment of the National Dialogue Committee has been tabled before the National Assembly, with members set to debate it Wednesday afternoon. Now, the motion, jointly sponsored by Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah and his minority counterpart Opiyo Wandayi, seeks to have entrenchment of the National Dialogue Committee into law so that its deliberations and resolutions are backed by law, and also sets the timeline within which the talks must be concluded.
Cognizant that despite the constitutional and legal reforms on the electoral processes and the electoral laws, after every election cycle, there has been mistrust of electoral outcomes, leaving the country divided. Further cognizant that efforts to enhance constitutionalism, the rule of law, and respect for human rights need to be promoted.
This is such an important moment for this country, because it reminds us that every other time this country has basically gone to the precipice, has reached the cliff, it has always pulled back, and we can't take it for granted. We must be thankful to the Almighty for always coming in to rescue us.
The mandate of the National Dialogue Committee shall be to facilitate dialogue and consensus building, and recommend appropriate constitutional, legal, and policy reforms on issues of concern to the people of Kenya, to be framed by the National Dialogue Committee, in line with the Constitution and the laws of the Republic of Kenya, and respecting the functional and institutional integrity of state organs. The National Dialogue Committee shall report to the leadership of Kenya Kwanza and Azimio coalition within 60 days, and after that submit its report to Parliament.
We need to seize this moment and very, very openly and sincerely look at the issues that confront our nation, and try to deal with them in a manner that will not only secure our country, but also make it safer for the future generations.
The National Dialogue Committee may invite, engage with, and consider submissions from stakeholders, collect views from the public, and engage experts, professionals, and other technical resource persons as necessary.
And away from the House, and now to the news that are making headlines in the country. Raila claims the president is dividing Kenyans along ethnic lines. Now, Azimio Chief Raila Odinga has rubbished claims that he is using the bipartisan talks to strike a coalition deal with the government, saying that the claims are divisionary tactics to distract Kenyans from the current crisis on the cost of living. Speaking in Makueni County on Tuesday, Odinga accused President William Ruto of gross violation of the Constitution by overseeing what he said was an oppressive regime that was dividing Kenyans based on ethnic lines. Now, other leaders who accompanied the Azimio principal called for the resignation of the Inspector General of Police following his claims that the opposition had hired bodies as part of a smear campaign against the police service.
Sisi tulisema tulipigania kwamba ile utawala ya kidhuluma na kimabavu, utawala ya mauaji, ilikuwa tumefikiria kwamba tumezika kwenye kaburi ya sahau. Kumbe bado tuko na katiba kwenye karatasi, lakini vitendo bado havijabadilika. Tumeona sasa udikteta ikichipuka katika taifa letu.
What was the intention of one Inspector General of Police kwa jina Koome, ambaye we demand if he has a conscience, hata sio kulazimishwa na mtu, kama akona roho ya utu ajiuzulu. That is what they do in democracies, na kuacha kazi. We mean business, and I've told even our friends on the other side, we are not here to waste time. We are not to play games. If you want to discuss the problems, wizi wa kura, agenda yote iko hapo. Hiyo mambo yote tuyaweke kwa meza bila mtu kuwa na nia mbaya.
Akishaweka hiyo ushuru kwenye hazina kule, sasa anataka kugawanya hiyo, sasa anakubagua. Nasema mpaka hii kamati ya Kalonzo na Gichungwa iangalie, ili kila Mkenya awe ni Mkenya, anatambulika kama Mkenya.
From Azimio now to President Ruto urges Kenyans to give him space to work. Now President William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua joined mourners in Njoro constituency in Nakuru County for the burial of David Chepkwony, husband to Njoro MP Charity Kadhambi. Now President William Ruto used the ceremony to call on Kenyans to allow him time to deliver on his promises.
Mambo yale huyu David alifanya bila ya kuwa mtu maarufu ni mambo makubwa. Leo tuko hapa na tumekutanishwa na huyu David.
Mulichagua Vivian, Vaberna, Valentino na Victor. Wote na V. Na wa mwisho ni Victor. Labda mulikuwa mnatuma ujumbe kwamba hatimaye mutakuwa victorious.
And I want to promise you, my sister, in front of your family, the president, the church, and the people of Nakuru County, as a governor of your county, I will walk with you in this journey. And where I can help you, Gadhambi, I will always put you mstari wa kwanza.
Mimi nataka niwahakikishie, tutahakikisha ya kwamba chakula mliozalisha mnapata bei ya sawasawa, na vile vile mtatusaidia kulisha Wakenya wengine.
Nimeona akilalamika pale bunge ati ya kwamba iko ubaguzi kupeana bolea, ati watu ya Rift Valley, watu ya Mount Kenya walipewa bolea, hawa hawakupewa. Na ni vile tu ajui hii bolea ndio upewe, lazima ukuwe registered as a farmer, si ndio? Sasa siku ya registration walikuwa kwa maandamano.
Your Excellency, nafurahia kujua wewe unajua agenda kubwa sana na yenye unafanyia kazi mingi sana ni ku make sure caveat area hii imetolewa. Na sitaendeleza hiyo sana kwa sababu najua ukisimama utatuambia, lakini nataka watu wa Njoro, wa Kuresoi wajue kabisa iko katika mipango yako.
Mambo yenu ya caveat ni kazi yetu, tutatatua. I want to confirm to you. So nimepatia huyu waziri wangu wa mambo ya mashamba mwaka moja. Hiyo mambo ya caveat tuwe tumemaliza.
And now to Catholic bishops oppose the introduction of sex education. Now, introduction of sex education in primary school learners through the back door, according to the clerics, some content taught in schools, particularly in grade 7, is not acceptable as it exposes minors to the use of contraceptives, leading to the high rates of teenage pregnancies and abortion.
Introduction of comprehensive sex education defies the narrative sold to Kenyans that the competence-based curriculum is based on values and any education given would be age appropriate.
We urge that the ministry moves with speed and initiates the removal of substrand 7.2 on reproductive health from all the learning materials and withdrawal of the mentioned books and any other book in the market that contains similar content.
Parents call off planned demonstrations in Eldoret town. Now, parents and students of the Finland Canada Botched Scholarship Program in Uasin Gishu County have called off the planned demonstrations Tuesday and Wednesday, saying they have done so out of respect for President William Ruto, who is in the county to officiate over the opening of the 10th annual devolution conference. The parents and students, however, are calling for a refund of their funds.
Hatutakuwa na maandamano siku ya leo kwa sababu rais wa nchi atakuwa hapa na sisi. Tunajua vizuri Uasin Gishu County ni nyumbani kwa rais mwenyewe, na kama rais anakuja hapa lazima tupeane heshima.
Know that His Excellency is aware of these things, and we are urging him, pleading that maybe actually to come and rescue these parents and students, because we've continued suffering.
We have time that you have given them for us also to settle down and seek a negotiation with every leader. And you know, President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, you will get our voices. This is a candid respect that we have been asked by our parents.
What we want is a refund of the money we paid to the Overseas County program that was being organized by the county government of Uasin Gishu. Welcome to this devolution, but don't go back without any appointment with these parents.
And away from that story now to Speaker Wetangula receives a petition to ban TikTok in Kenya. Now, a Kenyan CEO has submitted a petition to Parliament seeking to have a popular social media application TikTok banned in Kenya. Now, the petitioner, who is the Bridget Connect Consultancy CEO Bob Ndolo, argues that the explicit content in TikTok promotes violence, sex, hate speech, and vulgarity, which undermines the cultural and religious values of Kenya. Now, the petitioner argues that if the Chinese-owned application is not banned, it possesses threats of mental health issues to the youth and a decline in academic performance due to its addictive nature. Now, the petition decrees that while it has gained popularity among the youth in Kenya, the content that is being shared on the platform is inappropriate, thus promoting violence, explicit sexual content, hate speech, vulgar language, and offensive behavior, which is a serious threat to the cultural and religious views of Kenya, Wetangula said on Tuesday. Now, the petitioner based his argument on failure by the Communications Authority of Kenya to regulate TikTok and therefore unable to remove or block content deemed to be inappropriate or offensive to users. He also cites similar bans of the applications by other nations, including the United States, over its breach of privacy while collecting personal information.
That my office has received a petition from one Mr. Bob Ndolo. Members, the petition alleges that TikTok collects a significant amount of data on its users, including information about their device, location, and browsing history, and sharing with third-party companies without users' consent.
There is nothing criminal, there is nothing evil being on TikTok, Honorable Speaker. I am also on Snapchat, Honorable Speaker. And all these apps are my teenage daughters who have downloaded them on my phone, shown me how to use them. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, as much as I feel what Mr. Ndolo says, there could be an element of abuse of all these apps.
In this digital age, we cannot as a country afford to live in isolation. We cannot operate from some island. This age knows no boundaries, it knows no borders, and therefore it will be foolhardy even to contemplate banning not only TikTok, but any other app for that.
Young people are at the center of so many challenges, Honorable Speaker. The high rising unemployment levels, and TikTok is an avenue where some young people are earning up to Kenya shillings 300,000 per month, Honorable Speaker, money that they would not make on the regular market, Honorable Speaker.
TikTok as an entity has committed no crime. It is how it is used, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the heart of that petition goes to the issues of morality.
We cannot continue supporting TikTok when our young people are using the same platform to post pictures when they are naked.
Away from members of parliament and debating TikTok, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're coming back with news that are making headlines